October the 8th, 2020. Guys, you're looking at satellite images over the Gulf of Mexico this morning. This is long-wave infrared radar. You can see where the storm has strengthened. It's back up to 100-mile-an-hour Cat 2, and probably the next update, or possibly the afternoon update, it will become a Cat 3 again. It's already starting to show signs of that rapid intensification of the storms around the center. Now, the storm surge information is still the same. You've got about 9 to 11 feet to the right of where the storm is coming ashore in Louisiana, and it's starting to take aim at that location. Could it vary left or right somewhat? It could. We're going to look at the tracking model. Now, this is the latest as of 7 a.m. CDT, or Central Daylight Time, and I'm looking for an update very soon. But you see the location of the storm here. You've got a Cat 2 hurricane at 100 miles an hour. 111's a Cat 3. And that's where we see the M right here. The H is a hurricane. The M is a major hurricane. It will remain a major hurricane as it comes ashore. Now, notice 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, just after lunch. So in the morning, this thing is going to be barreling down on us. We're already here in central Mississippi starting to see sprinkles from the outer bands of it. Just very light at this time, but that's going to increase. You've got hurricane warnings up from Sabine Pass, Texas, all the way over to near Grand Isle, Louisiana. And that's in the red. Tropical storm warnings in the blue, and tropical storm watches on the outer edge here in Mississippi in the yellow, guys. But again, tonight, overnight, 1 a.m., most of us will be sleeping, we're going to have a Cat 3 forming. So if you haven't made all your preparations or your plans to move north a little bit, you need to have that wrapped up today. You're not going to have a lot of time tomorrow. Get everything battened down, prepared for, and if this storm goes above a Cat 3 in this section to where it's going to become a major hurricane, seriously consider moving out of the way. We've talked about that before. And a lot of times you'll talk about in a Cat 1 or Cat 2 hurricane, you'll hear about, that you got as much or more water damage as you do wind damage. When you get to a Cat 3, you're going to have both. Again, here is your peak storm surge is still between Vermilion Bay and Port Fourchon over towards Pecan Island. But guys, that will be the right quadrant of the storm. And that's where, because of the counterclockwise rotation, we're going to have the biggest problems. Still 1 to 3 feet over all the way up into Mobile Bay, guys, affecting Perdido, Pensacola area, and up into Lake Bourne and Lake Pontchartrain, 2 to 4 feet of surge. You'll see the big waves up on the seawall along the shore there of Lake Pontchartrain. I've been there many times on the seawall. But if it gets to a Cat 4 or very strong Cat 3, guys, things can change very quickly. Delta's here now. Most of the models have come together. So Louisiana, you're under the gun. You still have the one TABS model that indicates a right shift. And we always watch for that at the last minute. So anywhere from Houston, guys, over to Pensacola area, pay attention to the storm. But Louisiana, it's getting very tight here. You got the Navy model, the Canadian model, all of these grouping right here. And this is east of Sabine Pass, Texas. I guess you got Morgan City here, Lake Charles, Louisiana in the path. But again, the north right quadrant is going to be the problem. So guys, we're going to update this as the day goes on. This is what we have now. If we get more information from the Hurricane Hunter aircraft, we'll put that up. But you'll see several updates between now and the time the storm comes ashore. I had to get this up early. I've got some things I got to take care of real quick and prepare for the storm. But I will be in and out updating. It's a heads up. Be safe.